Hi everyone, my name is Karishma and this is my channel Karishma Explores Life, and in today's video we are going to be visiting the Manakamana Devi Temple located a little bit outside of Kathmandu. I am so excited to share this video with you because the views from the temple itself, and the road to and from the temple are all so beautiful. And I really hope you enjoy watching this video as much as I enjoyed visiting. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. The Manakamana Devi Temple is located about 4 hours outside of Kathmandu, but because of the road conditions and the traffic, it will take you around 5 hours. So if you do want to visit this temple, I recommend leaving early in the morning. And the only way to get to the temple is through a car. There is no public transport available for this. So if you are able to rent a car or hire a private taxi, this is the way to go. And you'll notice that a lot of this video will cover just the scenery and the road, but that's because the road itself is absolutely stunning. It runs through a lush green forest that's in the mountains. I will call them mountains. No one in Nepal will call these mountains, but to me, that's what they are. And there is a river that runs parallel to the road, and you'll catch a glimpse of the river when the road bends a little bit. And the scene itself is so beautiful. So if you are driving to this temple or leaving from this temple, I recommend taking 10-15 minutes, just stopping somewhere along the road and taking in the scenery. It is really worth it. And there are multiple hanging bridges on the river itself, and you will find these on the road to and from the temple. So if you have some time, I really recommend that you stop on one of these bridges, take it from one end to the other, and really take in the experience because it really is worth it. And this is me stopping at one of these beautiful bridges that are along the side of these roads. I decided to stop here just because I didn't want to miss any after, and I wasn't sure if there were going to be more bridges after. So I asked my driver if we could stop for a little bit, and you'll see me cross the river on this bridge. And it is a little scary because the bridge does move when you walk on it, and if there's multiple people on it, it can move a lot. At one point I did think that I would not have balance or lose my camera, so I had to stop for a little bit. But again, this experience is really worth it, and I would really recommend that if you are here, you do it. Do it scared, but do it. And if you're into adventure sports such as river rafting, it is offered here on the Trishuli River because the current is actually pretty strong. I also saw some people ziplining over the river at this particular bridge, so this is something that's offered here as well. I personally am not a big adventure sports person, so I did not partake in this, but if this is something for you, then you can look into booking this experience beforehand. And now I'll cut out the music for a little bit just so you can hear the current, because the water flow was so strong and you could hear the river roaring. And finally, we arrived at the Manakamana Devi Cable Car Center, and I did buy my tickets from here. They were about 700 Nepalese rupees for anyone who is not a Nepalese citizen. And once you have your tickets, you are free to go wait in the cable car lineup. I found the line to be quite long, but some of the people that I spoke to in the line actually said this was quite short, and during peak months it could be 4 or 5 times as long as what we were seeing and could go up into the parking lot. So this is something to keep in mind if you do visit during the peak months. And the cable car ride up is about 10 minutes, and you will get a view of the Trishuli River and the surrounding hills. And I feel like this view would be beautiful regardless of weather conditions. I came during a rainy day and I still got these beautiful views. If you don't want to do the cable car and if you want to hike up instead, that's also possible. It will just take you about 5 hours to climb uphill, and you can still visit the temple. Once you arrive at the cable car station at the top, you will have to walk through a bazaar, and it was about 5-10 minute walk to the temple itself. I did stop over at some shops in the bazaar just to check out some of the souvenirs and handicraft items, but there were a lot of restaurants and food places and stalls if you were hungry and you wanted to grab a bite before you did the darshan. And a little bit about the temple before we go to the darshan. The hill that the temple is situated on is about 1,800 meters high, and the structure of the temple itself was built in the 17th century and has since been renovated constantly, and it is built in the pagoda style. The name of the temple itself means heart's desires, and therefore the goddess Manakamana Devi is said to be the goddess who grants your heart's desires or heart's wishes. Interesting fact about this temple is that in the past, it was very common for the devotees to offer the goddess an animal sacrifice. This has dwindled down a lot over time, and now mostly you'll just see people offering the goddess flowers or sweets or fruits. However, animals are still being sold in the bazaar. There are still some people who practice these traditional rituals with animal sacrifice. So if this is something that you are sensitive to, I recommend skipping this temple altogether, because occasionally there will be a ritual with a rooster or a goat being sacrificed to the goddess. Once you arrive at the temple, it's very important to remember that there is no photography or videography allowed inside the temple. You can take a video or a picture with the temple from the outside. Just be very mindful and respectful if you are going inside the temple, and just don't take pictures or videos. On a clear day, you should be able to see the Himalayas in the background of the temple, but as you can see, I did come on a very gloomy day and it was quite cloudy, so I couldn't get a glimpse of any mountains besides the hills that we were on. But regardless of what it was like, it was quite beautiful, and I would do this again in a heartbeat. On the way back to Kathmandu, I decided to stop by one of the hanging bridges again and take in the sound of the water and the flowing river and think about all the wishes that I had made at the temple. And I hope I can come back one day and thank the goddess for the wishes come true and for the ability to see such a beautiful place with my own two eyes. As my Nepal series is coming to a close, I am so excited to continue sharing videos with you. I really hope that you have enjoyed what I've shared so far. My next episode is going to be the last episode from Nepal. It is going to be from Nagarkot, where I caught a glimpse of the Himalaya mountains. I was not in Nepal for very long, so I could not partake in any of the hikes, and I was really sad about that. But on my final stretch of the trip, I could see the mountains and get a glimpse of the ginormous Himalaya ranges. So I am so excited to bring this to you. I hope you really enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed visiting this beautiful country, and I hope to continue bringing you some great videos with my future journeys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.